It's time for the Fringe Fest. Yes, it's back for its 30th year, and we're here on Granville Island where it all happens. And this year we've got 91 artists, over 700 performances, and today we're going to take a little bit of a sneak peek at what's happening for this year's Fringe Fest. So let's go inside and take a closer look. What do you guys have planned this year to commemorate the 30th anniversary?
Well, we have a special opening night event tonight. We're going to do a bunch of toasts. We've brought together a group of people right from the beginning all the way through. For the festival itself, we're just letting it rip in our normal Fringe style, and that's our celebration.
How many of the performances here are Vancouver artists, Canadian artists, and how many internationals?
We have a lottery to select them, so we select them in a random draw. We also have a bring your own venue component where people can find their own venue and do their show there. So most of those are local, so I guess it ends up being about half and half. We have a bar where all the artists and volunteers congregate. People talk about what shows they've seen. They liked it, they didn't like it, you know, so it's a really social festival, so that's the best way to go at it.
Voice body to the sky, it's as nice as they can be.
Now, even though you guys are called Awkward Stage Productions, your singing and your choreography was anything but awkward. So maybe, could you guys explain a bit about that name?
The reason why it's called Awkward Stage Productions is because for many young performers, when you start off your career, you can't really get any work because you don't have any experience. So you're in that awkward stage of your career.
There are a few of us who've gone to theater school and a few who are still finishing high school, and they just kind of meld us all together, and that's how we kind of get the training.
In the original movie of Cannibal the Musical, the entire show was all male except for one female character. So to get those female characters in there, we had to change things up a little bit. So the Fur Trappers are now a lesbian biker gang instead of a bunch of men. And then we have some Indians who are warrior princesses.
Twinkle! Here to share a few wise things I wish I had known.
What can we expect to see on the stage as part of Stacey and Jace's musical Joyride?
Well, we have sketches that are written pieces. Some are funny songs, some are improv scenes, and then it's all performed in a random running order that's determined by the audience.
It really keeps us on our toes, never knowing what's coming next. We might have our intermission as the first thing. It's a lot of fun and keeps us on our toes and the audience engaged the whole time.
What's the most exciting prospect of being here in Vancouver at this festival for you guys?
I love Vancouver.
Like Vancouver as much as Portland?
I love it. They're both really important to me.
There are so many brilliant, talented people that we get to learn from and share with.
And everyone's kind. So it's creativity and big-heartedness melded together, which is really special.
You're been selected as one of CBC's must-see Fringe shows of the summer. How did you come about that honor?
I don't know. They just emailed me one day and said, we have just selected you as one of the top 10 must-see shows of the summer. Just send us some more information, some quotes from the show. They wanted some tips on my writing process and what I do to create a show. I told them I don't wear pants. It's the best way to write.
I really appreciate the dedication to go on the road and really research this role to make sure that you had it down pat for this performance.
Well, I guess for me, the biggest barometer for this show is if roller derby players see the show and go, yeah, that's exactly what it was like, then I know I did a good job. The last thing I want is a bunch of really strong, tough women sitting there with their arms crossed going, I'm going to meet her in the parking lot after this show.
Where did this emulation, or dare I say obsession, with the world of monkeys and chimpanzees begin?
The use of this character comment on things that go on in the world and mock them and satirize them. And there's a long tradition of monkeys used in this way. Journey to the West, the Monkey King from the Chinese tradition. There's also Indian monkey street shows and Ringling Brothers. So I'm pulling from all of these things and trying to make a show that talks about animal-human agency and exploitation of animals in a darkly funny way.
Wow. That was a multiple and a half. 30 years after it began, it's kind of funny how an event that existed primarily on the fringes of the mainstream has now become one of the most popular events on the annual Vancouver calendar. Here at Granville Island for Novus TV on City Lights, I'm Jordan Wade.